Welcome, 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 and thank you for viewing Bastet Sheeta City Watchers, the new ancestral Black community legal advocacy program for government accountability and transparency. We are Black news reporting on racism. Racism is a public health crisis, and the only way to end racism in the United States is by transparency and repentance. We have a 13-point solutions of equity. We are currently focusing on solution number 7, where we demand a federal investigation on prison sentencing in all 50 United States. What we demand the enforcement of the Civil Rights Act of 1866. We demand justice against police brutality. We demand the equal protection as guaranteed by the 14th Amendment. We demand vindication for civil rights violations. We demand investigation on prison sentencing of all Black men. We demand the immediate release of innocent Black prisoners. We demand the CPS investigation on Black child kidnapping. And we demand, most importantly, separation from the de facto United States government. My name is Rachel Campbell, and I am the CEO and founder of Bastet Sheeta City Watchers. I come to you today fighting for justice to free David R. Johnson, inmate number 1233494 from Telfair State Prison. Mr. David R. Johnson was wrongfully convicted by former prosecutor Spencer Lawton Jr. in 2005. He, along with another individual, was charged for the same crime of felonious commission of crime by malice or with malice intent against a now deceased victim, Andrew Howard. My condolences goes out to the Howard family. However, the state of Georgia had already been informed that David R. Johnson was innocent and that he did not commit the murder of Andrew Howard Johnson. Andrew Howard, my apologies. Mr. David Johnson has been proclaiming his innocence since the time of his arrest, and he has now been illegally, unlawfully, and unconstitutionally kidnapped by Spencer Lawton Jr., former prosecuting attorney for the state of Georgia, as well as the state of Georgia for 16 years. I come to you today asking that you join our movement to end mass incarceration of Black men in the state of Georgia, as well as throughout the United States. Mr. David R. Johnson is currently being held at Telfair State Prison, Department of Corrections, in violation of the 13th Amendment under criminal pretenses of involuntary slavery involuntary servitude and slavery, because he, one, was never duly convicted by the state of Georgia and former prosecuting attorney Spencer Lawton Jr., and two, he was deprived of a speedy public jury trial by an impartial jury, as well as to have the entire criminal proceedings to be held in open court for viewing by the public. So I come to you today to let you know that we are fighting for his justice, and I ask that you join this movement. Bastet Sheeta City Watchers, on behalf of its owner, founder, and CEO Rachel E. Campbell, are here for Black solutions. So as such, David R. Johnson and Rachel E. Campbell has filed a civil rights violation against former prosecuting attorney Spencer Lawton Jr. the state of Georgia, Roger Midell, which was the arresting detective, Todd Martin, who served as an ineffective counsel, serving as a public defender or public pretender for David R. Johnson in his trial. Indictment number C as in cat, R as in Rachel, 052570, B as in black, R as in Rachel. That is the indictment number that was used to wrongfully convict David R. Johnson of the homicide for Andrew Howard. Our civil rights case that have just recently been filed, I do not have that case number offhand, but that case number can be found on the state of Georgia civil case search, and that would be David R. Johnson and Rachel E. Campbell versus Spencer Lawton Jr., the state of Georgia, ETAL. I ask that all join us in this movement, that you follow us on Facebook at Bastet City Watchers, on Twitter at Bastet Watchers, and you can also follow us on the website at www.sertisebs.com. That is www.sertisebs.com. Thank you very kindly. Please join the movement. Continue to follow us. Please like, subscribe, and share this video so that this message can get through to the entire world. We are fighting to free David R. Johnson, inmate number 1233494 at Telfair State Prison, and we are fighting to end racism and black mass incarceration. Peace, love, and power.